Monday, I got a request from a magazine that asked me to write a piece that would run actually would run today on a Kamala Harris victory. And so my response was, I wrote back to the editor and I said, this is all Monday. I said, and I am assuming if she loses, you do not want me to write this piece. And the editor wrote back and was like, okay, that's an interesting take. And I said, well, this is one of the things that I teach my students, which is that it doesn't matter what our feelings are necessarily. There always has to be a way that we can kind of think about what are the options in the event of either outcome. And so the other thing that I told my students, because then I met with them, I spoke with them over email. They said, who do you think is going to win the election? And I said, right now, I would give the edge to Donald Trump. And I think a lot of them were shocked by that. I have several students who are working for Kamala Harris. But I said, let me preface this by saying, I said, in this class and the work that we do, we take a deep historical dive to think about contemporary American issues and about the contemporary presidency. And given all that we have learned in this class, including a presentation from Professor Mason on polarization and increasing polarization over the course of the last 4 years, but also everything that we know about the conditions of this kind of election, an incumbent, an incumbent president who also steps down in the middle of the election, a woman candidate becoming the nominee for president of the United States, a Black woman, Black and Southeast Asian woman becoming president of the United States, only having 107 days to prepare for the election, that these kinds of things and this kind of sensibility around the economy meant that we were thinking about for anything other than, a razor thin Kamala Harris victory. We're certainly thinking that this is going to be a Donald Trump victory. I will say the one thing that surprised me, there was one element of surprise. I thought that it was going to be razor thin. I did not think that Donald Trump would win the popular vote. That is the part that really surprised me.